We made her back up to the camp. We got a fresh dump of snow finally. It's been 17 days since we had some fresh stuff. So got a load of firewood there. And I brought the snowshoes up. We're just gonna go explore the property today after we get the fire going and shovel off the deck. But a few trees covered in snow. Had to cut my way into the trail again. So we'll get this shoveled off. So I just came back out to a section of the trail on the way in. We had, I think there was 4 trees right here across the trail that me and my brother cut out just before New Year's there. So we just stacked it up here. So there's a few birch rounds in behind the cabin. So I stacked them on one side of the woodshed, and I'm gonna get all this stuff. Be able to process it this spring for campfire use and all that. I brought up a load of good wood to burn in the cabin. Every time I'm coming up with not a whole lot, I'll bring the Pelican here with a load of decent firewood ready to go. I'm probably a week or 2 away from getting the wood stove up here in the cabin. Just waiting on a few things. Hopefully I can get it restored this week through the week. And depending on how things align, we might be able to get it up next Saturday. I got Monday off as well tomorrow, so probably gonna get the top bunk up here and see how that fits. It's gonna be tight with bunk beds, one of them being a bench and having enough headroom for people sitting on the bench, and being only 7 feet by 7 feet inside, having the wood stove in there, a wood stove that's a little bit too big for the structure, but it was free, so been taking safety precautions to make sure we don't have anything get too hot in the cabin. I'll have my laser thermometer there the first few times we get her going, just to check things out. But probably won't even have to have it burning all night, just get the structure warm. There'll be enough thermal mass there that we can just let it do its thing throughout the night, and we won't have to worry while we're sleeping. Like I said, this thing's just temporary while I build my cabin. But we might have to do 2 loads. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 2 loads here. It's not a utility sled. We'll get the rest of this loaded up and cook some lunch there over the fire, or just warm it up rather. And then we're gonna head out on the snowshoes. We're at the far west side of my property, so we're gonna head uphill to the east side. So it should be a bit of a climb. And we're gonna scout out some various areas on the property that are potential build sites for the cabin. The one I'm gonna build. And yeah, before I pick a site, I'll probably check it out. I've seen most of the property in the fall. I'll check it out here today in the winter time, and then I'll want to see where the water's moving for springtime. And then next fall is probably September is when I start the build, hopefully, and I'll spend the spring and the summer clearing the site, building access to it, and then yeah, get at it. Hopefully COVID doesn't screw things up too much, but I guess everybody's got to deal with the difficulties of COVID, even out here in the bush. Well, we'll get back and unload this in the woodshed. Show you where we're at with the wood pile. And then we'll get just about lunchtime, so we'll get that sandwiches heated up and then head that way and up. So this is the current state of the woodshed. I mean, it's not the best lumber, but we gotta throw on a bed of rounds, campfire wood, and that's how we're sitting for. That's a dead standing elm from my house, but well, it's a start. But that's where the woodshed's at. Well, we made her back into the camp. This is 4 out of 5 days that I had off work in here. She's about -8 Celsius, but the sun's with us today, so brought the top bunk in, a few other little things. Gonna get a fire going and probably install the heat shield for the stove and hopefully this top bunk. We'll get all that stuff out from under the snow there on the deck and get a fire going, and we'll get at her. So I got the top bunk in today and a bit of heat shield, which is just roofing steel, but yeah, I got enough headroom for sitting as a bench. I did put it on a hinge, so it will lift up. I just got to get the latching mechanism on it, so it'll give you a little bit of headroom to watch bumping your head. But yeah, just a few little small touches left to do in here. I'm gonna cut a window out there beside the door, have another way of venting in here, and yeah, the wood stove should be coming here next weekend. I'm gonna spend all week putting a new gasket in and a fresh paint job. Stovepipes all ready to go. Got the cinder blocks all down. But yeah, the bunk's up there. Not too many. I'll probably be sleeping up there when I have a guest. They'll take the bottom bunk, but there's enough headroom, enough width. So there is a top, just like the top on here, but it's removable because there's not enough room for a hinge, so they just got 4 clasps, 2 on each side. And then there'll just be a couple hooks on the outside of the cabin that you just, when you arrive, take off the lid, just hang it on the outside of the cabin under the eaves. But then again, it was to protect the mattress from mice getting to it. So this is where we're at. Got a couple new candle lanterns, some beeswax candles. But that's the top lid. Just a couple hasps. There's 4 of them, 2 on each side. There's the bench all folded up. Brought up some new tubs that I knew would fit underneath it. So they got all the overflow storage items. And then just gotta set those blocks out, one under each foot of the stove. Stovepipe's ready. I just put tin upside down against the wall, so the corrugated part holds it away from the wall, so you don't have airflow in behind. So I'm pretty sure I'll measure it when I get it in here, but I'm pretty sure I have enough space out front. Because the glass is going to be facing this direction, but it's should have enough space there and out back. It'd just be the sides, but I have an idea for that. I'll also have my laser thermometer going the first night that I have it in there, but I'll shovel away this snow and throw a couple hooks on this side, and I'll just take that top lid off top bunk. It'll be under the eaves out of the snow, and it'll just be there for storage while you're up here, and then you put it back on. So I'm just cleaning up the last few things here, load everything on the carry-on. I'm out of here. Gotta go back to work.